Okay, all recovered. Wooden rails eastward ho. Hello and welcome to the Lord Plays Railroad Take a New Platinum. We'll be taking a look at a custom map. The one we just looked at had no goal, so it was a failure. But we have wooden rails eastward ho. In 1851, wooden rails and mules made portage around Columbia River Rapids. Now in 1862, you'll bring locomotive power to the northwest, build and connect the shorelines into a profitable rail system. Simulation with extra dollars for the builder, or strategy for the competitive spirit. You also have another choice. Blah, blah, blah. Ah, no, we looked at this before. This one is not a nice map because it says millions and millions of silly limitations, including you're not allowed to use double track. And, like, you can get around that by just manually assigning single track and putting in waypoints to force them in certain sides, but that's a bit too tedious, so no. You also fail. Wooden track. Wooden rails eastward ho. What about this? Oof. Hello and welcome to the Ball Plays Railroad Taking to Platinum. As part of Choo Choo Tuesday, we'll be having a look at Manchester, Sheffield, and Links. Custom map. We've tried two maps this morning, and neither of them had reason. Well, one was no goals, and the other was ridiculous restrictions that I can't be asked playing with. Oh, you can only use single track everywhere. Expert, let's have a look. The Manchester, Sheffield and Lincolnshire Railway had its roots in the Manchester area and South Yorkshire. It's also part-owned the Cheshire Lines Committee. From these foundations, you'll have to build a Trans-Pennine route over Woodhead and expand east and west. As the 20th century approached, the MSLR, Manchester, Sheffield and Lincolnshire Railway, had its eyes on an extension to London and changed its name to Great Central. All of this, of course, is in the future. You are in charge. Stations established as follows: Manchester, London Road, Sheffield, Victoria, Chester, Northgate, Doncaster. You will not be welcome at Choo, nor the Pennine towns north of Manchester. With 20 years, you must have 10 million industry profits, carry 100 loads of goods from Manchester, of steel from Sheffield, and of any kind between Muck and South Yorkshire. South Yorkshire embraces Sheffield, Penston, Barnsley, and Doncaster. MSLR board requirements arising will also have to be met. Gold is meant for silver for full compliance, silver and bronze for partial or late. Progress against objectives is shown in the annual review report under Overview and Next. Okay, 0 speed, and let's actually have a look at the map. So Manchester's fairly sizable. Maybe MC and that is Manchester. Yorkshire. Also Yorkshire. Where is actual Yorkshire? Because if I'm expected to deliver goods between, I'm assuming Manchester, because that has been abbreviated and that isn't helpful, and South Yorkshire. Okay, that's just either side of the hills. So it wants you to carry things... Oh, no, South Yorkshire is a very specific subsection of the map. Essentially only Barnsley? Is it indicated at all on the map thing? No, because that would be too easy. Sheffield and Rotherford. Okay. So, connect stuff between there and over here. That's not too bad. That's probably doable. We already have this in Manchester. This in Sheffield. This in Chester. Yeah, that's actually pretty big. This in Doncaster, but it's anonymous track. We start with 900k. How many loans could we take? Faster train man is always tempting, but we should probably build a station. We're going to build another station first while we have station is cheaper man. Are we allowed to build disconnected? We are allowed to build disconnected. To my eyes, here looks... Here to here looks pretty good. Is there anywhere else that's better? I mean, there's a shitload of coal here that we could bring to this steel mill. And we do need a lot of industry profits. Something like that. And then a line that comes across to Sheffield. One, two, three, four, 5.5 pairs of houses versus if we got all of those 1, 2, 3, 4.5. That's pretty reasonable. Slightly disbalanced, but not so much as to be a worry. Yeah, let's have a look at doing that. Test. No, we will shell out for the expensive bridges. Ouch, that's more money than we have. Looks like we start with lots of personal money. No issuing of stock is allowed. Fair enough. Well, if we're not allowed to double all the way, we'll have to accept some single track. That looks pretty ideal, because I'm not going to be able to get it to be on a single no turn, so it's going to have a turn. Next question, is that so far away from each other that it will need something in the middle? Probably yes. Let's have a look at how many people have got either end. 1, 2, 3, check. Okay, yes. So you know what we'll do? We will double a little bit. Well, actually, let's build 2 trains. So swap over to train faster man. Sorry, I know the Iron Dukes are nice, but they are way too expensive on fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You start at the Sheffield side. You start at the Wakefield side. Saloon. Saloon. It's tempting to try and wait and shove a big city in the middle, like a big station. Especially if we can do that and get those 2 coal. It does mean missing out on a house. But it's still 4 houses. I don't know if I could get both of those on a single one as well. Well, either way, we don't have the money for it. Let's try and work out where the middle is, so they can overtake each other without too much trouble. And goodbye the last of my money on hopefully overtaking double track. One of the maps we did lately actually had that kind of thing, Kaladin. When you connected to off-map, what was supposed to represent off-map rail connections to other states in the USA, and a different one that had a connection to what was nominally a coal mine of another state, you got permanent until the end of map modifiers for fuel cost and stuff. Okay, speed up. Looks like maybe I should have put a little more northwards, but... well, maybe not. Yeah, a littlest bit extra northwards. But they're not going to run into each other. Which is the most important thing. Get these in and then start doing all of the coal things. And admitting that we need something in the middle that does water. And apparently sand. This didn't look that hilly to me, but I guess that little bit is slightly hillier than I thought. Yeah, they're both struggling now for lack of maintenance materials. This guy's going to have a happier time because there's no corner. He's been crippled by the corner. Whew. It's coal outside. Slow down. Wait for it to ding. The Sheffield rocket. Done. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that's perfect. So... the heck? Oh, I'm an idiot. Well, that's my fault. Saloon, water sanding. Water sanding. Two, three. Done. That's enough money to... It's 57. I have no idea what 57 is. FNC. 13. Yeah, that's chilly. It is chilly. It's not below 10 yet. 10 is the magic number. Okay, the next idea was to add in this as our first coal thing, as well as replenishing water on either side. Water and sand as they go through the middle, and it can be a maintenance bay. Putting the maintenance bay in the middle means they sort of visit it twice as often. Grab you. Your job is now coal to... well, it would have been coal to here. There's not actually enough coal. That's kind of surprising, actually. Let's add in all our little extras. You. 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 And whatever you're gonna be. That hill is kind of unfortunate, but whatever. That might have given us enough to be allowed another loan. No. But it's also near the end of the year, so we'll just grab a couple of trains and start delivering this coal. I think one doing these two and one doing these two should be enough. So there, Sheffield, there, Sheffield. And we're $1 short of another train. Sucks to be us. Good. Everyone's nice and watered and sanded up. How heavy are these at the moment compared to the others? So we don't really want to go much heavier than 3 or they'll start slowing down the expresses too much. Maybe try and extend this a little bit this way. Being cheesy about it because we are so poor. Done. To ensure that this guy doesn't clash with this guy. Manchester, Sheffield, and Links stock splits 2 for 1. They will allow us another loan, which we will immediately take. Take 2. Slow down. Get second coal delivery train. Here, there, here, there. Actually, no, you can immediately become this. Third coal delivery train. Here, there, here, there. We need to double track absolutely everything, but we will need to wait for that guy to get out the way. We should buy the steel mill. No, getting the double track here done is more important. It's only the start of the year. We'll get more money before the end of the year to buy that coal mine. Okay, this, go pave the rest of the way to the end in double track. And reset this to anything mode, because otherwise I get confused. Everything looks good so far. You had to slow down momentarily for the coal trains, but you'll be okay. Maybe extend this up to there. Wakefield Dings. Slow. Everything. Post office, restaurant, small hotel, maintenance, you do. Same the other end. Everything. There is no real utility in making you a larger station. Ding. Buy that. We should probably also buy South Yorkshire Railway absorbed. A lucrative merger. Manchester, Sheffield, and Lincolnshire Railway coal revenue rises by 20%. We should probably buy that as well once we can, but for the moment, steel is probably... I mean, steel mill is more profitable than this mill, than the power station. That said, Both are going to use the coal, so we should buy both once we have the cash. And you are loading and unloading things enough that we're actually going to bother to build you telegraph poles, friend. What's wrong with you? You just didn't like turning and then you're speeding up the hill. Fine. Sheffield Dings. There is enough to have a whole second train. Buy that power plant. And it kind of looks like we actually need separate trains for everything. So, new job. Well, a separate one for that and this. Those are too far away. These two might be close enough. So you now do those two. He only does that one. And he only does that one. Okay. Lovely. Pay off our 12% loan. And then think about what we want to do next. These all to here would make sense, and is pretty easy to do. Hell, we could even start aggregating that right now. Slightly too poor, so we wait a bit. Thank you. That should be enough for that. Almost. Once that one dings, it will be. Thank you. And we want what? 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4 loop. Means you're heavy and slow. Therefore, you should probably be low priority. But you only need to do 1 loop a year. Tool and die factories no longer accept iron. You must convert them to steel first. This made good money. This made almost good money. Okay. How are we going to get iron there? There's a fair bit of iron up here. That's not too far away to yoink to here. And that can let us meet the Sheffield steel goal. There is only passengers for you at the moment. Why aren't you moving, friend? Despite the current climate, food production in North Wales is good, and the Wrexham, Malden, Coners Quay Railway wishes to increase its traffic. You will deliver 10 loads of food from Wales to Manchester. So food from here is supposed to come up to here. Now, why aren't you moving? Oh my god, it's too far south. So what, I need to do... that? No, it is moving, it's just too heavy. Okay. So you know what, we can roll back to the start of that year. It is moving, it's just heavy. This is slowing it down a lot. So maybe I should use 2 trains rather than 1. I can accept that criticism. Okay. Manchester. I'm meant to get you food. The only thing we could really do there is milk. And I don't want to have to cross 1, 2, 3... at least 2 rivers to get that done. I think I'd rather do more stuff over here, like the iron. Then again, I am not liking that. Like that? Or that? It would mean the trains kind of go the wrong way. Like, instead of going here, then up that ridiculous hill, and then here, they would go here, here, U-turn there. I didn't just realise how bad those are. 2 4s is, well, 2 3.5s. New job. We'll try it as it was. But only loading it half as much by using 2 trains. Now, as for the iron... maybe I do duplicate that. Or do we have the iron come out this way? Way or this way? I kind of like this way. You're probably going to need water. You are definitely going to need water. And we need 2 trains that do that. Go. And then these 2. And these 2. I kind of like there better. Very expensive. Can't get them both in a single station, sadly. Not without going ultra big. Three is the magic number. We'd like to double that last little bit of track there. And realistically what I should do is instead put a little station here that is a watering station. Instead of giving every single thing its own water, make one centralized water. But if these 2 have already committed to that, I could maybe get away with putting the water here, and that would also get us some grain to bring down to Sheffield to turn into food. We're going to need to create a second one just for you. That hill is too horrible. And where did you just come from? Wombwell? The Wombwells? Not the Wombles, the Wombwells. I am going to need a second one doing that. No, I told you to get back there and unload. Stupid thing. So I need one more here, one more there, double that track, station here, start doing food. And you need a water there. Fair enough. These two are now high priority. Override the coal things. No, go where you've been told. Thank you. Ding. There's only two. That's enough to get you your sanding and water that you apparently need. Slow down. We wanted a second one of these. And a second one of this guy. No, a second one of that one. Double that track. Double that track to there. Grab our grain doing one. Is grain lighter than coal and crap? Yes, it is, so we're happy to wait for 4. Turn it into 4 food. Deliver it up there, that's your life. And this was going to be the sanding and water, so that these don't have to have a sanding and water. And for the sake of convenience, that's a very expensive way of getting that full of water again, but it works. And suddenly steel. Now, the steel needs to get turned into goods. So, steel up to here. Turn into goods, deliver to Wakefield. Probably only 4, actually, because it's too heavy. And we want another one that does the same. Steel here, return, though. And that means I'm going to need to double this section of track that we'd been skimping on. Good. I don't know why you're suddenly waiting for the other one, but whatever. The MSLR has decided to fund the Wigan Junction Railway for a line from Manchester via Leigh to Wigan. You are to establish the line and deliver 20 loads of coal from Wigan. They're kind of being very demanding. Do this, and do this, and now do this, and now do this. Pay off our loan. Married to the railroad. Okay, this is finally speeding up. It must be kept happy at all costs. Happy train, no pain. Is it really that hard? 2 per year. I'm sure that grain lasts longer than 1 year. Yeah, it lasts like 3 years. You should be fine. Hurry up and get that other grain. You're really complaining about water between here and here. Ugh. Fine, I could build another water thing. It's a bit ridiculous, but if you insist. There. And then what we will need is the second steel delivery. So steel, there, come back. There we go. And the last two. There's one. And if you could ding, please. Thank you. And one more. So we're suddenly too poor, fair enough. Sheffield, full passengers. Double, you know what, it's going to slow you down, but whatever. Double that track. Just get it done. And then we should start purchasing that tool and die. And then all of these coal mines. Kind of is looking like we need separate ones for these. So fine, you only do Wombakrell. And we have one that only does Rotorum. And we can buy both. We need a second one that's doing that. No, not that. That line, because it's not keeping up with supply. Large hotels allowed, sure thing. Ding, ding, ding. Your station, large hotel. That's actually starting to work at a nice pace. There's way too much steel there. Well, my solution is maybe build a little line up to Rotherham that we could also deliver steel, ding, goods, Rotherham. It might need its own sanding and water. Otherwise that should work. So, steel, goods, Rotherham. That helps the steel per year. And I guess we connect up to Grimsby for steel delivery as well. Like goods delivery. Yeah, that looks like it works. Grimsby welcomes the MSLR. So now we want steel. To there. And then to Grimsby. No, 100% power. And we probably want 2 of those. Okay, and then we're going to want that. these two, this one. But Sheffield is just so busy. Insanely busy. Seriously? Okay, so this end needs sand as well. They're saying, fair enough. I can take that criticism. You may have sand. And that can also help sand. So busy. Only two. That. Okay, we own the coal network here. We need to do that one, but that's the only coal that we have left to... Well, we could also do that one. We split 2 for 1. These dodge each other just right. And you know what? You can go back up to normal, because otherwise it's causing problems. And we could add in the last one of these. You know what? We'll even give you a maintenance bay, because you give so many people all of these maintenance. You managed to time your Nozomi train for the next RT2 stream? Last week was the Shinkansen. This dings. I will buy these two, even if they're only sort of marginally good. Pay off loan. Shinkansen kanji can be interpreted in humorous ways. Unfortunately, these are in the wrong sync with each other at the moment. I'm actually going to tell you to wait here until you get at least half of that. Desync with each other. Because they've gotten too close to each other when they're meant to be at opposite ends of their chain. Alright, then we should do all of the coal, or sorry, the iron ones. So you... I am less convinced of these ones yet. Did you just leave? Did you just leave? Well, maybe it's okay. This is a UK map, Dawn Treader. The economic situation has led to an agreement with the North Eastern Railway to run boat trains between Hull and Liverpool. You must exercise these rights between running 5 loads of passengers each way between these two... Yeah, this map wants you to do too many little things. For my taste. Like, every 2 years, here's a new little mini-quest for you to do. Just let me enjoy doing my main goals, game. Instead of these cavalcade of crappy little mini-quests. I will not eat my intermediate objectives. No. I didn't like it about Railway Empire. I don't like seeing it here. Have we perhaps got Fuel Man available? No. I should be doing more with this steel. I just can't be bothered. Full set of passengers. And let's start looking at the other things they want us to do that I'd been ignoring. So goods from Manchester, eh? So we either need cotton or wool. There's hill wool, and there's coast cotton. Now, I liked the idea of doing Liverpool up to Manchester. After all, Manchester is one of our nominal city names. Wait for the year's turn, and we'll see about doing that. Actually, probably wait for these 2 dings, and then we do that. As well as getting a handle on... We're definitely meeting the steel goal at the moment. How much industry profit did we have? Almost $1 million. We almost made as much in industry profits as from delivering the stuff to the industries, kind of. They're, well, more like 50%, but still, really, really high ratio. There's actually another one available. New coal mine popped up. Give it a train as well. Buy it out. A new coal mine just popped up. It did. Sheffield looks ultra busy again. For a little bit there it was not ultra busy. Now everything is converging on Sheffield. He's married to Patrician, Cal. You knew this. Sure, replace you. Why not? It's a new year, so we should see if Mr. Cheaper Fuel is around. Alas, no. Wakefield Dings. We're going to do only mail with you to try and desync you with the other one. The other one's actually caught up a bit. And then we can look at doing this. So it was Manchester, Liverpool that I want to do. that, perhaps? It's gonna suck intersecting with their rail there. But I think that's the best option. Have I thought about getting a day job as a COO of an Australian train company? No. No, I have not. I would not want to be management. There is... Well, there actually is. It would be a lie to say there's no amount of money you could pay me to become management, but... You get the idea and the sentiment. I need this so that it counts as Manchester. Yes. All of the coal and iron that is dug up in the middle of the country has to get to the edges to go on the boats, Cal, and it doesn't get there magically. Okay, that's one end. That's probably far enough away from each other that we will need something in the middle. Trucks? I don't know that I have ever heard of ore being moved by truck in any serious way. Something like that. And the Tesla truck actually isn't going to be allowed to be here because they're building it like an inch too wide to be allowed on our roads or something, if I remember correctly, that there was some hubbub about that. So no Tesla truck training. This side definitely needs a post office and a saloon and a water and a sanding, but we can't really afford anything else at the moment. Sheffield is actually not ultra busy for once. And you need to know to wait. Yeah, we can give Cal a permit. There. Woo. Good. That's probably been enough time that there are now passengers on either end. Yes, there are. Do we swap over to using the consolidations for this? I think we do. On this side. Would I be cognizant of workers' rights? A happy worker is a productive worker. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. So one on either end. We've got that one. We've got that one. And then we want one that starts doing these goods. And the chain is actually going to be fairly elaborate. It's going to be pick up cotton. Cotton becomes goods. Goods comes down here. Goods becomes food. Food goes back up here. Loop restarts. So 4 cotton becomes 4 goods, becomes 4 food, becomes Truck train? Oh, you mean a road train? We call them road trains. Where it's like a semi-trailer, but with 3 or 4 things in a row. Still, you wouldn't move ore that way. It's just not a sane way to move ore around. This side needs a big restaurant. Both sides... Well, actually, this needs a maintenance bay. The other side doesn't need a maintenance bay. It's not sane... Yeah, but I'd say that anywhere where it snows, Kaladin, so, you know. Does it snow? Yes. Fundamentally inhospitable to human colonization. It's amazing. 1.5. It pays for itself every, what? 4 years? 5 years? 6 years-ish. And that's without even using all the steel. Alice Springs? Where Uluru is, where the big rock is. The city in the basically dead center of Australia. In the deserts. I also dislike... Brisbane doesn't have snow. I dislike Brisbane because it's too humid. It is nice and warm, but it's too humid and warm. Your esteemed travel agent, Dean and Dawson, are setting up excursions to sunny Southport. They've agreed to convey 20 loads of passengers between Liverpool and Southport. They put a city in the desert? I mean, city is a strong word, perhaps. I don't actually know what is the top population of Alice Springs. It's probably, like, 2,000? No, 25k. Order of magnitude bigger than I thought there would be. These can be higher priority than everything else. And I guess we can have a second cotton train, because it looks like we're going to need it. Because the beds are burning. How do we sleep? No. So what other silly side quests do we have? Food from Wales to Manchester. Coal from Wigan Field. Where the hell is Wigan Field? You know what? We'll use Google Maps. Which does not... Wigan. Map. Wigan is between Manchester and Liverpool, supposedly. Here. It is a spring. Yes, Alice Oasis. Okay, so I meant to do what with that coal? Just take 10 coal from it to somewhere. Well, Manchester accepts coal. That's not that hard to do. Does the coast accept coal? The coast accepts coal as well. So we can just make that a single straight. Ching. Night cow. Ding. Hail happen. Hailstorm. Wigan welcomes MSLR. Goodwill rises 5%. Water sanding tick. Give it its coal train. Coal to here. Do it 2 at a time. That's your job. Manchester, you still need your large hotel. And ideally a roundhouse. And then I think we're done. And then we needed to do food. Up to here. So, goods from Manchester should be being done. Steel from Sheffield is basically done already. And any kind of goods between, I'm assuming that's Manchester and South Yorkshire. So we're going to need to connect that to over here. Good, those are nicely out of sync with each other. We could have another look if cheaper fuel man is around. Alas, no. Do. Give me a sec. Move that to there. Move that to there. We're all good. You ding. 1, 2. And on the other end. You ding. Fantastic. Slow down. Ew, that's disgusting. Well, hopefully next year it makes actual profit because we're delivering its goods. What do we do with this new money? Are these all making profits? Yes. 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 Really? You shouldn't be mediocre. Where's the food one? You know what? We'll lower it to 2x3. And maybe do Kirsten, Sheffield, Grimsby? Then I should be allowed to buy that and make a profit there. This is going to be worth buying now. And now we need to do that food up to Manchester. Do we? I'd rather do the goods across to here, because we need to do 100 of them, and 100 is a lot. I think the way I do that is I kill that. I build a second station on this side. That counts as Manchester. Like that. And we work out how to connect it up to Sheffield. Follow the river. Seems sensible enough. And then we're too poor, so we wait a bit more. Why are you stopped? You should not be stopped for this train. You are more important than the other train. Really? How could you possibly make negative money when your goods are being delivered? Boo, disagree. The board informs you that MSLR has been granted running rights to Leeds. You must exercise them by delivering 10 loads of food. Yeah, I'm getting really sick of all these stupid little mini quests. If I'd have known that going in, maybe a bit different, but we want an earner, not a money burner. More asbestos, more asbestos, more asbestos. This needs customs. And we can afford to connect across. Of course he's put his directly in the way. Well, there's nothing to do except that we have a zigzag. Okay, in theory, we have now connected across the middle. So now I need to start... what? Any kind between Manchester and South Yorkshire. So what we could do is deliver steel goods across to this Manchester. And that would let us make something out of all this steel that is otherwise backing up. Double the track that we can. Correctly. Good. We need a little bit more money to build a couple of sanding and water in the middle. Can you build tunnels? There are no tunnels in this, only bridges, which is one of this game's weaknesses. Or relative weaknesses. There are no tunnels. You must go over the hills. That said, a lot of games that would let you build tunnels in train games in this age let you build unrealistically, like, stupidly long tunnels. So the argument is that most real-world train tunnels are extremely short, especially during the time period that this game covers and concentrates on. It's a cost issue because it's technically infeasible to... It's really, really hard to dig a tunnel from both sides simultaneously over a huge distance and get them to meet correctly in the middle. If you're just building it in one direction, it's not so bad. But really, really long tunnels, you tend to want to build them quicker by building them from both ends at the same time. And that adds a whole extra layer of difficulty and complexity to the building. Third mail. And we now have enough money. Roundhouse. We're probably going to want a whole bunch of them, and it doesn't hurt to have one getting this wool. Standing water, go. I kind of like one grabbing that wool. Standing water, go. Yeah, we've got the money. Just give them both roundhouses. Okay, and so what we want is what? 1, 2, here, other side. One, 2, here, other side. Because wool is heavy. I don't think it's worth carrying around 3 wool. 1, 2, wool, other side. Good. And then we wanted multiple iron ones. So, steel, iron, Manchester. And this we actually let be full-sized. 2 of them. Suddenly we're actually using all the steel that we make. No, it's still got 15 store steel. Okay, we'll add in a 3rd one. I will drain you of all your steel, Sheffield. Have the tunnels increasing cost exponentially? Yeah. And as you said, ventilating them so that the trains can keep running and the people don't suffocate. And get completely smushed by ash dust. It seems unlikely that you are losing money, but we'll give it another year. You know what? We're going to change you to 2 if you're having trouble doing 3. Now, how are you doing? So far, so good. Do we need a 3rd one of these? Yes, we do. Blackpool Railway Incorporated hopes to connect via an extension from Wigan. And I guess we should start setting up this food thing that we were told to do, so... Oh, crash. Luckily it auto-saves. I wonder if that was some sort of triggered event that's killed it. It gives me time to have a drink. Cheers all. I do hope that it remembers us building the connection across. That would be painful if not. Do-do-do. It does remember. Excellent. It doesn't remember that I had just said build another one of these. Let's make a manual save. Good lord, there's still steel. Come on, you should get started. Discussions have been progressing about the extension from Wigan to Preston. $2 million? Absolutely not. I said no, and yet it still charged me $2 million. Whatever. Your credit rating has fallen badly. Okay, finally all the steel trains are away. Also, it's a new year, so we're going to look if this decided to finally be profitable. Yes, and what about you? Almost. These are probably worth buying. And probably a second version of these is worth buying, because it's going to... Oh, if I didn't have negative $1 million because of that stupid event that took money when it shouldn't have. Morning, Salar. Perfect. So I wanted 2 more of these. 1 of you. And 1 of this guy. Oof. The second steel train. And the third one, they're all waiting to pull in. Which kind of means that we should probably build the telegraph poles here. And then that one dings. Slow down. We can start doing that food thing. So it was meant to be, or at least the way I wanted it, was this. Then that. Come across. Come across. Except yes to real. Bridges. Across to there. Tick. That lets us start generating food. And then I need to deliver it up to Manchester up here. And actually going through there kind of makes sense because then we can pick up even more milk. Okay, and then come straight down. Looks good, except we're too poor, so wait a bit more. And start delivering the milk. So, milk here, milk there. Choo choo. I feel like there was a double track, like build adjacent to, or parallel to adjacent, but maybe I'm misremembering. But it's 4 clicks. Please wait for these 2. Good enough. Perfect. No, not perfect. We need another one? We need another one. So be it. 4. 4 is the number. $90 steel done. Apparently only 8 goods from Manchester, though. Yeah, it should be picking up. 4 loads of coal from Wigan. Check if Mr. Half-Price Fuelman is around. He is not. Pry. And get our connection. Okay, in theory that lets us do food up to Manchester. We're going to need one more sanding and water in the middle. Absolutely no question about that. Between here and here, the midpoint is about there. And that also lets us add in some grain, which Manchester can happily use. But we're going to want to double all this track, or at least that bit. This bit. All the way up to Manchester. We're too poor. Fine. Wait a little bit more. Good news! They've granted us running rights into York. You must deliver 10 loads between Sheffield and Near Station at York. Oh yeah, I remember the weird tunnels with 300% incline. Oh yes. Yes, yes, yes. It is often fairly silly. Looks like we could have one more steel delivery one. Quite happily. Still tons of steel awaiting yoinking. Done. Excellent. So let's start doing grain here. That's your job. Then, when we can, we will start grabbing this milk and yoinking it down here. It looks nice. And it... I mean, my memory is that that game didn't have maintenance cost for rail, so there's very little downside aside from the first capital expense. Whereas in this, rail does have maintenance cost, so there's strategy to using single track where you can get away with single track. Okay, milk. Here. Deliver it to Manchester. That is your life. Now we're definitely going to need a second one of those. As for a third, maybe. We'll see. They don't want to be just another railroad tycoon. The world would be a better place if more games were Railroad Tycoon 2 clones. A much better place. Okay, so we're doing the food thing. 10 loads of food from Wales to Manchester. We're also meant to do 10 loads of coal, but we're doing that. 20 loads of passengers between Liverpool and Southport. And Lincoln to Leeds food. And Sheffield to York something. I don't know where all these places are. Well, there's York. Between Sheffield and York. It doesn't do anything useful? I don't think I want to do that. Even if it is a nominal goal. Like, it's only one of the bonus goals. Goods from Manchester, we're working on. Steel and anything between the two. We're working on all of those. So what else can we actually do? Sheffield, York. But I'm already using all of your passengers. I suppose I could just do it from the York side. Are we allowed to do that? Yes. There. Make sure to wait. Okay, that should eventually meet that sub-goal. What else? Food from Lincoln to Leeds. Well, there's Lincoln. Where's Leeds? Up here. Yeah, it's big enough. Generating food here is a bit of a pain. It can be done. Okay, there's the connection to Lincoln. Is it really worth it to pick up that extra house? Probably not. This is just for fruit processing. So grab 2 of those, deliver it there, 4 of those, deliver it there. This needs every kind of maintenance. And then we can have steel here. And that's your life. We only need to do 10, so one train alone is plenty for that. We need to connect further up to Leeds. That looks reasonable. Counts. Good enough. You know what? Sure, we'll go hotel, post office, saloon, restaurant. We'll make it a big hotel. Oh, make a big station. And we'll run expresses between Leeds, Gainsborough, and Leeds, Lincoln. Speed up one. There's still 1 million steel in here. And it's making almost 200k a year in profit from oh, that is some delicious industry profit. Let's kill you, because you're only costing us maintenance. Hopefully they can get all the way between here and here without needing extra supply stuff. And now we have our answer. We do need a third milkman. Especially now that we're delivering at grain. But maybe only carry 3. Until there was the Reboat Railroads. Something represents the tiny village you live in? Where are you? Are you in Alsager? Congleton? Leek? If there's 2, take 2, but otherwise only take 1. It's probably time to admit that these are worth buying, and yet somehow no. The geography is all over the shop. That needs to be one of these. we can do this. So it was going to be large saloon, post office, hotel, large, do. And then I was going to do one here. Too poor, live without the roundhouse. Build our 2 new expresses. So here to Leeds. Start on the Leeds side. And the same thing, but to Lincoln. Starting on the Lincoln side. That'll do. Roundhouse, yes. This side needs everything. Done. And finally we need the food delivery. Because this is about to need food delivery. This and this are high priority. Slow down any iron or coal trains in your way. Do we need a 4th milkman? Yes. 4th milkman, ho. And this kind of looks like... I mean, it can survive on doing 2 at a time. Which one are you? You can be low priority. You are running often enough that the others should ride over the top of you. Ta-da, we have food, so let's do the food to Leeds. Food to Leeds. Do. Now, should we have 2 of these trains doing it? Well, looking at how much money that makes, I'm going to say yes, we can have 2 of them. Okay, so that's the side goal of food to... from Lincoln to Leeds. We need Liverpool to Hull. And Sheffield, York. We're doing York to Sheffield and hoping that that counts. Which we aren't sure about whether it does. And Liverpool... was it Liverpool, Hull? Liverpool to Hull. So if I was Hull... oh, good lord, all the way up there. And there's so many rivers to cross. You know what? Just go straight. Turn up. Hit a hill. Hull exists. Be happy. The only correct response. It can probably make it there to there without needing another water thing. And so... where was the other thing? Was it Liverpool? Yeah, Liverpool to Hull. Okay, so in theory we can do that now. Something like that. Make sure you're at least half full. Get going. People from Hull call it Hull. I'm from Hull. But surely in Hartford, Hereford, Hampshire, and Hull. Hurricanes hardly ever happen. No path to next station. What? Oh, because that doesn't connect to this. So I'm going to be extra generous and allow that to be double because I'm such a generous person. Now it can't complain. There is a way across. Then we do the same thing, but from the other side. Make sure that's high priority. Done. So that should be meeting the Hull thing. We're doing the food at the moment with the milk. We're doing the coal the whole time. Liverpool to Southport we... Southport? Liverpool to Southport. Southport. You'd expect that to be in the south. Though perhaps that's an unreasonable hope. No, Southport is over here. And there's not even 4 people here. That's stupidly impossible if there's not 4 houses here. Bah! Whatever. Passengers can only go one way. I don't have to. I can just do one-way passengers and grumble. Which is what I intend to do. There. One-way passengers and grumble. Grumbling will continue until morale improves. Now, this should be happy for food. This side isn't necessarily happy for food. So we could go ding, ding, food. We should also have a look if Mr. Half Price Fuel Man is around. Ooh, 10% off Fuel Man. You just thought it was my regular old man sound? Grumble, grumble, grumble. Enemy trains are getting in our way here. We finally drained Sheffield of... Nope, there's still lots of steel waiting. Were there any other side quests that I hadn't planned? Wales to Manchester, that's the milk. The coal is happening. We think that's happening, although we don't know if it cares about direction. If it cares about direction, we're screwed there. That's happening. That's happening. And that's happening. The other goals are the 100 loads of goods from Manchester and goods from side to side. We should be getting at least 4 goods a year from that. And then 5, 6, 7, 8 We need more still. So... if I turn that into a big station, that will start demanding goods. Yeah, we need a lot more goods, and we need a lot more from the side to side. The coal from Wigan is happening. So... now it is hilly, but it's downhill. Right? And downhill is okay. So we're going to grab this, take it to Manchester, and then drag it all the way down to Wrexham. We probably need 2 of those. Could add another one there. Not that much further away. That's a bit of a hill. That is disgusting. No. There's got to be something in between that's a bit better. That one. Morning, Blam. Roundhouse, sanding water. That, however, means we should probably double the track to there. And then we wanted 2 of these. At least. Probably 3. 1, 2, there, here. We might see if there's somewhere else we could deliver midway along. Yeah, we could add Chester. So you actually deliver to Chester instead of Wrexham. And we want 3 of those. I'm only doing them as 2 because this is too hilly to have ultra heavy ones. Okay, and now with that, I feel like we should meet the number of goods out of Manchester goal. So the last thing is yoink even more stuff across side to side here. Which we could do food. This produces food, and there's 2 grains here that we could exploit. There. The zigzag is a bit unfortunate, but necessary. And so we go what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it into food. Deliver it to Barnsley. Seems fine. Have another one that does the same thing but delivers it to No, also Barnsley. 2 of those. So that's a bit more food across the... or a bit more materials across the centre every year. What else? Is there more easy to access food? There is some. So, 3 here. You know what? We'll even go to Rottenham. So grab 3, convert it into food, deliver it there. That's your loop. Hopefully this counts as South Yorkshire. Yes, it looks like it does. There is a little more grain that we could add. And Lincoln needs food, because currently it's only... well, Lincoln and Gainsborough both need food. It's a huge distance to be moving things. That's going to need zigzags. That sucks, but... here, there... Okay, and 2 new trains. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it into food, deliver it to Gainsborough. And then come back. And on the coming back side... I was going to say go to Lincoln, but no. Need to wait for a bit more money. For a second one of these, probably a third one. So what's holding that up? Steel? Oh, the AI things don't have bloody... well, fine, water exist. Tell you temporarily go back the other way. So that you refill with water. Please. Slow down. Now you can go back to going that way. Yeah, there's the next steel to Lincoln. But it kind of looks like we could have a second one of those. And one more milkman. This is going to be worth buying. Going to be processing enough milk. These are choo-chooing their way down the hill. This is going to be busy enough that it deserves telegraph poles. Both on Chief Executive. Either you're getting better or the campaign is easier. I think we got the top score for the first couple of maps as well. The first couple of maps are fairly easy. Really? Why are you in customs? Oh, because this turns coal into iron and I never noticed. I mean, in theory, we could deliver that iron up to Manchester. One more of these. Yeah, you know what? We're going to adapt that to do that from now on. So here, you turn that into iron, which you then deliver up to there. You can afford to do that. Excellent profits and large cash surplus enable a dividend to be paid to preference and ordinary shareholders. $2 million is set aside. We've met the steel thing. We've improved this number of goods per year, although I've only got 7 years left. 7 years, and we need 70. That means we need like 10 a year. We should be getting 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we should be okay if those all get delivered. If I made you a large station... No. I just would like a little bit more in case we need it. And it doesn't hurt to double this track either. One more of you. Where are those ones? Really? You run out of sand between there and there? Yeah, that downhill is too much for you. Fair enough. You may have another sand here. Aren't I generous? We need one more of them. Possibly another one as well, from the looks of it. Yeah, we'll see. The Liverpool Flyer. Pause. Where's this? This thing? Sure, well done. Duplicate you with what you started as. Looks good so far. Place you. Kind of do need another one of these. I'd rather have too many than too few and not meet our goal. We've met the food thing. This is too busy. They're perpetually waiting. Look at all these ones waiting for each other. There's probably like 8 deep here. There we go. Finally, it moved a bit. Only briefly. Please just keep moving. The MSLR board is pleased that you have conveyed half of the planned loads over Woodhead. Buoyed by the success, it plans to build an extension to London. You would need to pay $4 million. Fine. Yuck. Yuck. What's taking you so long? Well, you know what we can do is build warehouses. Giving them a bigger pickup time allowance. You are to connect Nottingham and build a station. Major excavations will be necessary. Nottingham? I see Nottinghamshire. Oh, we're meant to get down to here. So what, you just want me to lay a track between here and Nottingham? That doesn't seem too onerous. Done. Maybe something in the middle. In case that hill is a bit much. This area has finally declogged. We need 2 more of you. 1. And 1 more. 2. And that means we should double all of that track. Probably even 1 more. Seems fine. We need another sand. Like here. Fair enough. That definitely is hilly, I'm not going to argue that. Hail Goka. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We've met our $10 million industry profit goal. Steel, met. Goods... We've got 5 years, and we need to do 40. That's 80 a year. That should be being done. Once we've eat this map, if you're still awake, Goka. That looks done. That's about to happen when the second food one happens. That we're probably not actually getting done. True, that's not getting done. We would have need to do that, like, straight away for that to happen. Well, then it may have to be another week, because it's going to take, what, hour of Dictator. So if you're only up for another hour, I'd need to start right now. That said, we do have the scene ready, just to prove that we're... Where are we? Dothbox? Yeah, look. Ooh, we're ready. You're not in a rush, are you? Can be another week, no bother. Yeah. All good, Goka. I don't want to keep you up unnecessarily. Be a responsible human. My sleeping has been... I've actually been being really good for my discipline on exercise-y type stuff. Exercising and eating. But my sleep discipline has been... trash lately. That's the only way of putting it. It took a while for me to, even get it to find... To get a CD and get it running. It took a while to get working. My memory says that it is freely available, that you are allowed to download the original, that they made it publicly available, but I am not 100% on that. I think that that's true, that it's so old and was made by Micro Pros or something, that it's allowable, like they released it publicly. Sheffield is just stupidly busy. No, I've got yours ready, I've got Bane's ready, I've got Ninjin's ready. Ninjin didn't want his this week because he's got family things, and Bane has presumably also been keeping for poor sleep. Four years, we need 30. Nope, it doesn't look like either of these are going to be met. Either the carry crap across this goal. So we might not even get we may explicitly fail this. I mean, all these foods going across the hill will help, but... only so much. Yeah, speed up. There's not a lot more for us to do, but see if we get it. 70 with 3 years left. We might meet those two. God, we could do another 2 food ones. That's 8 more across the mountain. If it gets there by before the end of next year. Boost for Cottonopolis. MSLR delivers its 100th load of goods from Manchester. An excellent service, declares the Board of Trade. Okay, so now it's only get them across the hill. The board has decided to abandon its interest in the Blackpool Railway. Investments and works are viewed as... Okay, whatever. New boat trains a success. 10 loads between Liverpool and Hull. Sure. Excellent profits, blah, blah, blah. 3. We need 3 more if we fail here. Three more deliveries across the big hill. No, this is high. Stop it. You are high priority. No, it's not going to get there before the end of the year. Turn you back to normal priority. And see if we made our 3 extra deliveries. Hopefully, yes. No! Steel, yes. Goods, yes. Failure? Wait, what? Wasn't it this year? Duplicate. What's going on? Why didn't we get the... Maybe it's the end of this year. No. Hmm? There. 100. 100. Nottingham inspected false. Okay, nah, map's just... It didn't explain what it actually wanted us to do for this properly. It said connect up to here. Well, I've connected up to here. Yeah. Don't do whatever this map maker has done unless you declare in here properly what... Like, these ones are okay. I don't like them. I don't like the millions of little sub-goal things that you get spat out every year. But this is utterly unacceptable, where you get given something and what does it mean? I feel like I've connected Nottingham. Maybe it means we need to run a train from Nottingham? No. Come on, new train. You are ultra high priority. Nothing is more important than seeing if this triggers. Does that count as inspected? No. Yeah. No, do not like. Absolutely do not like. If it told you about all those goals at the start, I'd be absolutely okay with it, because you'd be able to plan for them. But A, drip feeding your goals is garbage. Never do it. And B, actually explain what you want if you've got a Connect Nottingham event that is absolutely somehow seemingly required to trigger a victory. Right? Because things that were declared critical, this, done. This, more than almost 3 times done. This, done. Everything else was described as optional. 10 million industry profits. Yes. Done, done, done. We've done those things. By December, you must do these things. Okay. Manchester, Sheffield, and Links. Good, except drip-fed missions. And Nottingham event doesn't really tell you what it wants. Oof. That's depressing. But oh well. Way it is. What do we have a look at next? We've got Williamsport Lumber and Britain v1. But I need a quick break. I will be shortly back, refill my drink, use the restroom. Yeah. We will continue with the choo-choo trains. Okay. Oop. Hello and welcome to the Ball Plays Railroad Tycoon 2. Here as part of Choo Choo Tuesday, we'll be having a look at Williamsport logging. This is a map around logging in the lumber era in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, 1883. Your goal is to haul lumber and have a good book value. Gold, 100 loads, and have book value of 8 mil. It's a tiny map. A teeny tiny map. Here to there could work. So could there to here. What can we be? Ooh. Yeah, it'll just be blobber rail. And there's one of these that has trees, which would be nice and thematic if we're doing tree delivery. Thank you. That looks really, really good in terms of people. It's going to be a hideously expensive bridge. And require a small fortune in terraforming. But it can be done. Okay. Perfect. We need 2 trains. These are like 50% faster for 50% more cost, but they also have better acceleration and reliability. Get going. The only thing of note you know about this location is that they host the Little League World Series. Kiddie American Baseball League. Grand finals get held here. Now, we are early enough in the timeline. No, we aren't. I was going to say that people still eat fruit. One day some Aussies will make it to the finals. We did play some T-ball. Never baseball. T-ball during school. Actually, we might have played once baseball. In, like, high school. But certainly middle school and primary school was only ever T-ball. Speed up 1. This end is going to need sand and water. Besides, there's no Japanese kids there, Shadow, and I think they'd probably do fairly reasonably. There are some skillful Japanese baseballer kids. Not an Australia issue, it's an America pretending it's the world issue. 1, 2, 3. And do you want iron or produce? No. But we can have 2 saloons. The championship is the winning US state. Really? I press X to doubt. If you're sure, I'll have to take your word. I imagine Japan is the standout nation for actually getting to that then. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. I have to eat my words if there are apparently actually international teams in it. Disgusting hubris. The Muncie Express. Standing water. Growing prosperity is good. And then we need to start looking at actually doing timber. So we've got to do 100 loads of timber. Jersey Shore? Why do I know that? Isn't that a TV show? Taiwan has 17. Didn't know Taiwan was so big on baseball. Soft diplomacy. Protect us or the international children's baseball competitions will fall away. Oh, good lord, that is expensive. But we can afford a second train. I'd prefer you to grab all mail. We're okay-ish. Now, there's no reason not to constantly issue stock, especially if we make sure to turn the dividend off, which I didn't do because I'm an idiot. Restaurant, restaurant, hotel, hotel. And actually need 1 maintenance bay. And then wood. Mail, mail. And on the other side, no mail. Pause. Restaurant, post office, hotel, roundhouse. And on this side, only hotel, can't afford anything else. See if there is a better... I mean, he's kind of better. It's not like we're buying lots of train station, lots of choo-choo trains. So cheaper train purchase is kind of garbage. Three, 2, 1, done. Hughesville. 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. And on this side, only passengers. Finish off this location. It is now sufficiently upgraded. Swap advisor. Yes, I had just assumed that it would be like the adult baseball, where it is not international entrance. I assumed and made an ass out of Hume. Where is the wood? Lots of lumber here. A little bit up there. And where wants to eat lumber? You want to eat lumber. He wants to eat lumber. So what? This here to down here? Although this is really good for delivering passengers back and forth here, it is kind of terrible for getting these logs across to this. Probably the correct thing to do is just have a second station. That is gonna suck. It's gonna be so hilly. $12 incline. It's downhill. It'll be okay. Surely. Just leave the train on the bottom and build a new one at the top. Have we got the shores? We have actually got 3 truck shays, so it's not that bad. And then this side needs to get over to here. But we're too poor for that. So just wait a little bit more, unless we're allowed to summon some more money by issuing bonds, or sorry, stock, or bonds. Yeah, we can do bonds and pay back the bad ones. That actually left me slightly worse off, but hey, 2 there. This here, do. Take 4 downhill, and that is your loop. This is going to need roundhouse sanding water. The other end is going to need sand. Done. And then by the time he's done that twice, we can connect down here and start delivering that lumber. How long do we have? We've got 5... 10, 15 years. Just 15 years. So we need 8 loads of logs a year. Thereabouts. This is going to do 4. So I need that again and then we're safe. Speed up. Slow back down. Ding, 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 ding. There is apparently nothing for you to do. There is something for you to do. Iron or produce, but the other end doesn't actually care about either of those goods. Yeah, doesn't care about either of those goods. How are you handling the hill, friend? Poorly. But it's only like 2 tiles of horrendousness. And now this needed to connect to here. And we can start delivering those. So, lumber here, lumber there. Did we add a restaurant car? Yes! Restaurant cars increase the passenger revenue. So not the amount of money you get here, but the amount of money you get from restaurant, saloon, hotel, that kind of money. It splits the earnings into 2 types for passengers. Passengers have the direct passenger money and station money, the money that you make selling sandwiches at your station. I think the next thing to do is add to here and add in alcohol production. All the places want alcohol. How much are we charging for sandwiches? It's sandwiches and hotel. It's not just sandwiches, though they are some expensive sandwiches. No, I should do the logs first, because the logs are actually mission critical, so... there. And those need to come down to here. Preferably via there. For the sake of grabbing those 2 as well. To here. 5 cents a sandwich. I remember filling up my tank of petrol. $2 got me a full tank of petrol and a pie, says Grandpa. On as well. Double track it. Slightly too poor. Need to wait for 1 more bit of money or take another loan. / issue more stock. That works as well. Artificially inflate our share price with our own money and then sell shares. This one can be the maintenance. And we want 2. One that does here. And one that does the other one. Which we'll be able to afford shortly. And then what that actually means is you should only ever deliver to Williamsport now. Because we're going to do logs from Williamsport back up to here. So these logs come to here, those logs go to there. It's also a new year, we should see if there's a better advisor. No. One, 2, 1, 1, 2. That's enough for the extra train. 4 to here. Do it every year. we're probably going to want a second one doing that when we can afford it. There. Maybe eventually that oversupplies, but for now that's nice. And now there's lumber for you to pick up when there's no passengers. Or, you know what? You could do it on the way back by default there. And that will actually help, because otherwise this is going to get massively oversupplied with logs. One, two, 1, 2. And we look at adding in the produce. So it was... Shunk. And... Shunk. And then come across to there. Alcohol. So I want to grab those produce. Turn them into alcohol. Deliver them there. Take those produce, deliver them to alcohol. Take them back to where you started. Seems good. We could also add in paper. It's a bit more awkward, but it can be done. Like that. So pulpwood to paper to there. There. Add a refrigerator. Yeah, it looks like we're doing this at about the right rate. This is quite zigzaggy, sadly. How bad would it be if I tried to just terraform my way across? 12. Yeah, no. Grab the spare lumber, why not? One more passenger. We should very probably purchase that. And for this... and probably these. Well, certainly these two. And probably these ones as well. We aren't going to use the pulpwood from these ones, but we will be using all the logs. Maybe your ratio needs to be 2 and 3. Start paying off those loans. See if there's a better advisor. Fuelman. Train Speedman is probably better for us at the moment. Then cheaper loan man when I don't have any loans. Now, do I make you into a big station so that I can deliver you lumber? I'm going to say yes. And I need to double track across to Montgomery. Yep, they're all making money, even if it's not ultra spectacular money. I should probably buy this one as well. And then that one. You know what? Just do that and some lumber. You do want coal, and this technically does produce some coal. So... go. That might be enough to get our double tracking out to Montgomery. And then we wanted logs here, the end. This might now need sanding and water. And I guess you can have a post office and saloon. There's no harm in it. We could drag passengers back on the way back. If there's nothing else for you to do. Okay, it looks like we've finally got ahead of the curve here. For logs. So we could extend up and start doing paper here, or at least think about it. Is there a less insane to get to paper mill? Not really. Mm. Then I don't think it's particularly worth doing. I think we'd rather just wait. Don't know why there's all these distilleries in the mountains. They're making moonshine. Don't tell the government. It's a bit early for... I actually don't know. When did Prohibition start? I thought it was in the 1920s. Yeah, 1920s. Yes! After having egg on my face with the children's baseball fact being wrong, I was mistaking it for adult baseball fact. I'm at least correct for Prohibition. I was mistaking Children's Baseball League World Series for Adult one. Apparently Children's one actually is World Series, in that it's a worldwide competition, effectively. Ding ding. Or mail. Company book value of 8 million? What are we up to? Yeah, we're already there. So how many loads have we done? 28 loads of lumber. So we need to actually extract that lumber more effectively. Fine. Let's get on doing so. You know what? Maybe we even stop doing passengers and we only do lumber on the way back. Until we exhaust that lumber. Two mail. A third of the way there. How much longer do we have? 10 years. There seems to be a small infinity of lumber to pick up from here. We've picked up 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row and it's still at full 15. There we go, 10. Which means you can go back to being passengers, because these two are about to come and extract the last of that lumber to be extracted. Speed up one. No, you don't need to do... Well, actually there's enough there that you can do one. And maybe next time you don't need to do that. We went from a third done to half done. We should be very, very safe on meeting our goals. Yeah. It's speed up and whip one, so let's do it. $98 loads. We have hauled 100. Victory. I'm sorry. Haul 100 plus loads and have a company book value of greater than 8 million. We've done that. Maybe this is one where you need to get to the end date as well. For no obvious reason. $140, book value 16. We've met both the goals, game. It might be wrongly coded, which would be sad. Because otherwise this has been a nice little map. Last year. Well, you're better than this than most. I'm sorry. I have more than 8 million in company book value. It might actually have accidentally coded it as, personal value. which is true. I don't have that much personal value. Even like that, I would have only got to 3 million personal. But that isn't what it says. Good company book value, not personal book value. So yeah, they made a mistake in coding it, or else typed the wrong thing in here and they meant personal value, not company value. Otherwise, lovely little map. Lovely, lovely, lovely little map. Oh. Well. Win condition wrongly coded. Get added to the list of ones we've done, rather than ones we're waiting to do. Now there are vanishingly few left now. There's this one. Glacier Express. But I think this was a tedious one in that it only gives you like 10 bits of track a year and you have to connect these cities in this exact order, so we decided we didn't like this. It was too fiddly. Something like that. Noodle ski. The other two are... that one? Good lord. Paddington! No, it's already got too much crap on it. And so the only other one is that one that we failed the first time around. This. Because we felt like that what you're actually meant to do is take one over. And you're probably meant to take over whatever this one is. So the swirly whirly one, the Great Northern. That is not takeoverable, game. It says they should be takeoverable. Take over one. We've already hit pause. Oh, here we go. Okay. Assume direct control. Yeah, this is definitely the way to do it. Right, you start with 400k in the bank, you start with a company that is fully yours. Rather than... And how much book value? 700-ish K. Versus... The only nice thing about starting your own one is that you can start with the littlest bit more extra starting money, but you won't be able to absorb London, was a part of our problem. The way this map works is you have to sort of connect two towns to be gaining access to the next towns that are adjacent, and it never wants you to have London. So we might try this one again, but taking over the north one for the start. Or should it be north, or should it be this one? It definitely shouldn't be south. It should either be north or west. Actually, I kind of like west more because you get to do this as a straight line. Whereas this has a zigzag. And as long as I go north reasonably quickly, I should be able to box in these other two. Yeah. But that can be left for next week. Methinks. Alright. One good map for the day. And one map that was kind of... and had some unfortunate issues with its victory condition declarations. Oh yeah, this is gonna take, like, hours and hours. Last time we did this, we were on it for like 4 or 5 hours. And it is blobber dinner time. So... Cheers all. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have had a lovely time this Choo Choo Tuesday. Who's up and around that we can throw people to? Edgar is up and around. I might come back and do some more. Like, we might take a crack at this after I have dinner. See how I feel. On the other hand, I need something to... No. If I return after dinner, I won't be taking a crack at this. It will be back to our puzzle platformer where we're a furry Jedi Pokemon trainer. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Because that has been, honestly, a lot better than I thought it would be. That's a pretty solid game. Where we're a furry Jedi Pokemon trainer, Noodleski. We have a lightsaber, we have a laser sword, we've got a tail. We're part animal because we're an Egyptian god, so we're a mix of animal and human. And we have the ability to capture monsters, like the enemies that are in the real world are monster things and you can capture them. So a Pokemon trainer. We're a furry Jedi Pokemon trainer in that game. And it's a lot better than I thought it would be. Anyway, cheers all. Thank you for hanging out. Enjoy. time with Edgar, who's checking out the new EU4 DLC patch.